So what is hypnotherapy? Well, probably one of the easiest ways to start to explain it is to talk about what hypnotherapy isn't. A lot of people have misconceptions about hypnosis, and that probably comes from the fact that they've watched TV programs and they've seen stage shows where they have people barking around like dogs and things like that. And obviously that leads to a lot of not only misconceptions but mistrust of hypnosis. So the first thing to talk about is what isn't hypnosis. In fact, let's talk a little bit about the stage shows. You see these people on stage and they're barking around like dogs and things like that, and people get very worried about that kind of thing. So how does a stage hypnosis show actually work? Well, it's quite simple really. Imagine we start with 500 people in the audience, and from those 500 people, if I'm the hypnotist on stage, I'm going to say to those people, right, everybody that wants to have a bit of fun, be a little bit outrageous, and break out of their comfort zones today, stand up. So half of the audience are going to stand up now. I'm down to 250 people, and I'll say to those people, okay, out of the people that are standing, stay standing if you're willing to get up on stage and go a little bit crazy and have some really wild fun today. Now, about 100 people or so are going to stay standing, and the rest are going to sit down. I've already whittled myself down from 500 to 100 people. From those people, then I'm going to give them a little test. I'm going to say to them, right, close your eyes, and in one hand, I want you to imagine that you've got a really heavy book, and that book's weighing your hand down. In the other hand, I want you to imagine you've got a helium balloon, and that's lifting that hand up. And I'll give them suggestions like that, and for a couple of minutes, then I'll get them to open their eyes and have a look at the people on the left and have a look at the people on their right, and just see the people that have got their hands with the largest disparity, the biggest gap between their hands. I want them to stay standing and everybody else sit down. Now naturally, 2/3 of the people there are going to have to sit down, so I'm down to 30 people already out of my 500. Now I'm going to take those 30 people up on stage, and from those people I'm going to get them to do something. Okay, maybe I'm going to get them to eat an ice cream seductively or lick it seductively, in front of people. And the people that do that the best, I'm going to get them to stay on stage. And the people that don't do it so well, I'm going to say thank you very much and sit them back down. And then I'm going to gradually give them more complicated or more daring things to do. And the people that do well, they're going to stay on stage. And the people that don't do so well, I'm going to sit them back down. And eventually I'm going to be down to 2 or 3 people. Now those are the people I'm going to get to be barking like dogs or running around crazily. All the things that you've seen on traditional hypnosis shows that make it so much fun. Now, here's the thing. Those people, they're willing to do that kind of thing anyway. Think about it. What kind of people go to a stage hypnosis show? Well, 2 types of people. First type is people that want to entertain, and the other type is people that want to be entertained. Now, what kind of people are those people that are standing on stage at the end barking like dogs? Well, they're the people that want to entertain. The skill in this isn't actually in getting these people to bark like dogs. It's in picking those people out from the audience. These are the people that are going to be standing on a chair with a lampshade on their head at the end of a party. These are the people that want to act outrageously and want to have a bit of fun. In fact, the real skill will probably be from stopping these people from doing it in the first place. So, it's not about these people doing something they don't want to do. In fact, one of the most common things that people say after a stage hypnosis show is, it didn't really work, I wanted to do it. That's right, they wanted to do it, because hypnosis isn't some magic formula where you can make people do things they don't want to do. You're not out of control, and you can't force people to do anything they don't want to do. In fact, think about it. If hypnosis was that powerful and I could force people to do things they didn't want to do, would I be here doing this video right now? Would I be doing one-on-one coaching with people? Probably not, right? Because there's a lot bigger and better things that I could be doing. On the grand scale of things, if I could force people to do things they didn't want to do, well, as great as your problems may be, there's bigger fish out there to fry, What would I be doing? I'd be out there, getting world leaders to disarm nuclear weapons. I'd be out there getting people off of drugs and, turning gangs around and things like that, Unfortunately, hypnosis isn't a control tool. It's not mind control. It's not brainwashing. We can't force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. So everything that you do in hypnosis is something that you do want to do. And all it is about taking the suggestions that work for you. So if hypnosis isn't about losing control, then what is it about? Well, it's quite simple. It's utilizing the power of your imagination. So, for example, have you ever read a book? I'm sure you have. Now, when you read a book that's got characters and storylines and fiction in it, does that book ever invoke emotions within you? Make you feel feelings? Of course it does. Would you ever say though that those feelings were a result of black ink on white paper? No, probably not, right? What were they a result of? They were a result of you using your imagination, creating the stories in your head, creating the characters and the plot lines, and really living it as if you were there. And that's essentially what hypnosis is. It's using the power of your imagination to create emotions within you, to create biochemical changes, because that's essentially what biochemical changes are. They're emotions. So we're going to use the power of your imagination to create biochemical change within you, to create the changes that you want in your life. And it's really that simple. Hypnosis is really, if you can follow my instructions, you can do it. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis, and it's utilizing the unconscious patterns, the unconscious imagination, for want of a better word, to help create the change that you want to see within your body, within yourself, within your unconscious programming.